Hi everyone, it's Christina with In the Garden, and Joe and I are out here on a Monday doing some yard work. So I thought I'd take you along for the ride, show you what we're doing. We are transitioning from fall to winter on some of our plants. So we bought a bunch of evergreens, so pine trees and a spruce and some arborvitae. So let me show you. I'm going to take a bunch of stuff out of the front beds, and we purchased a wagon instead of buying something more expensive to haul things from the front yard to the back. So take a look and I'll show you what we're doing today. Joe's helping, baby Joe's helping. Okay, so we're gonna take the peonies off at ground level because those don't have to stay there like that, and they'll grow back. We're gonna take the hostas back. These are annuals, so we're gonna rip out all of the petunias. And then I'm going to take the top of my Shasta daisies off. And I'm going to take the grass down, all of these out, the hosta out, take that grass down so that it's uniform. And then let's look over here. So the leaves keep gathering. So we're going to sweep the leaves out of there. I will leave these mums for now because they're doing really well, but the orange ones up front aren't. Here's one of the trees that we're going to find a spot for. This one is a spruce. This is a pine, and there's 3 of them that'll go in the front. And these are our North Pole arborvitaes that'll go right here. I'm going to cut this grass back, put it in a bucket, overwinter it, and it's going to go down by the shop next year. And Joe's going to help. Okay, and then same thing, we're going to take anything out of there that doesn't need to stay mostly. Let me show you. So we're going to take these down to the base, to the root level. We're going to take the hostas down. 1 second, let me think about what those are called. Those are coneflowers, but they're called, I can't remember right now. I'll put it on the screen. These are our mums, and the mums are doing well. We just planted the lavender. Looks like, oh man, looked like something kind of tried to take that out, but I think it was just the wind eroding. I might have to replant that one. So we just put the lavender around here. Echinacea. And then as you can see, there's weeds. So that's what we're doing today. So if you feel like there's not a lot to do in the winter, in fact, there's still a lot to do. So you're going to take out all of your perennials down to the ground level, and they'll winter over, and you're going to take out all of your annuals. Now, one annual we're going to leave because it looks nice still is this one. Remember when I planted these? Yeah, they look nice. So I'm going to leave those until they die. But these are an annual. They won't come back. Okay, let's get started. Wow. Okay, we went from our grass, which we'll take down to the shop, to our North Pole arborvitaes. And I wanted to show you, this is the beautiful, like a Christmas tree almost, because, well, the needling and stuff is not like a Christmas tree, but the pointiness of it, the narrowness, the base to the tip narrows, and it's so nice. Now, these are gonna get way too big for this container, but they're gonna look nice while they're here for a little while. So the size is, as you can see, 10 to 15 feet tall, 3 to 5 feet wide, totally huge. Don't you just love, let me zoom out. Don't you just love that view? I only got 2, so I don't know where they'll go after this, but I will find a spot. And as I was taking things out, there were some of our bulbs. So this container started with bulbs this time last year, came up in the spring. Then when the bulbs died back, we cut those off. Then we put the grass and the petunias in there, the super petunias in there, and that was amazing. And now these both will have this very beautiful, we'll wrap some lights around it, and we're gonna replace that one in a second. And this is kind of what we're working with. Oh, let me tell you, I did, you don't have to, you could do all of these by hand, but I did use my hedge trimmers to kind of cut the top, and this will come back next year in a different spot, and it's gonna get really big as well. We have our soil conditioner, which is really just fertilizer. And then we have our other North Pole arborvitae. And then I got rid of some of the pumpkins because they were rotting. I did save the ones that I want to save seed from, and they're over there. We'll do a different video for that. So this is our little setup while we're saving for a gator. So let me finish that one, and then we'll have to take a break and put Joe down for a nap. My happy place. I love working outside. Look how beautiful these mums are. Right there and right there. They're just so pretty. They're so much prettier in person. We're gonna find a home for this, but those pines are gonna each go in one of the buckets. By Christmas, we'll have lights. I set that one over there. We're gonna do that one today, and then we'll have the North Pole arborvitaes. So as you pan across during the winter, we'll have the pine trees in there, and then we'll have the North Pole arborvitaes. And these pines are from Isley's Nursery, which our nurseries buy from them around here. And this one's called, is that a Westersteed Swiss Stone Pine. And these get, growth rate is 6 to 10 inches per year. Let's see, hardy down to -40 to -30, full sun. The height is 12 feet by 8 feet wide. So these, again, gigantic, but they'll live in these pretty areas in the meantime. Okay. All right, let's finish our job. Quick note, when planting trees, you'll have at the base of a tree a larger root system that'll come out like this. You're not going to cover that with dirt. That is how the tree breathes. So you don't want to, you always want to plant trees a little high so that the water doesn't run into the base of the root system and create root rot. What you're going to do is this one's actually not really planted high, but you will see that this little root flare, comes out, and we're not going to cover it. All those little guys are the way that the tree breathes. So we did a similar video over there on the river birch. I don't know if they're river birch, but they are birch. I can't remember the name of it. It starts with a J. Anyway, there's a root flare on the bottom of that one, and the landscapers, when they were wanting to help put it in, covered it up. But in fact, those are the spots that you do not cover up. You leave those out for them to breathe or they will suffocate. So this looks good. I'm gonna put one more in and then we're gonna call it an afternoon, and we're gonna start probably after Joe wakes up on the rest of this bed where we're gonna cut the grass back. So, and then these two, just so you know, those two will go by the garage, but in the meantime, I can store them in these buckets. As long as they have water and extra dirt around them, they'll survive until we transplant them. So, all right. Last bit of today before we have to go to Home Depot. We're gonna do this side, the right side of the bed. So if you're inside the house door and facing out, it's the right side. If you're on the road, it's left. And we're gonna cut back the grass, take up all of the annuals, and cut back the hostas. So take a look and we'll wrap up today.